Long before the kingdoms of men rose and fell, before the oceans split the continents, there existed a realm hidden in the mists of time, Akrontha. This was a land where gods walked beside mortals, where dragons whispered secrets to trees, and where every shadow was alive with stories. At the heart of Akrontha stood the celestial tree, Ilarion, whose roots reached into the soul of the world. It was said that the tree bore the fruit of destiny, and whoever consumed it would either save the world or destroy it. But power, even in the form of fruit, never goes unnoticed. In the humble village of Nerai, nestled beneath the Crescent Mountains, lived a boy named Caelin. He was born under a blood moon, with a silver mark swirling across his chest, a symbol no elder could identify. Caelin was different. Animals followed him. The wind seemed to hum his name. His eyes glowed faintly in the dark. Villagers, wary of his presence, kept their distance. Only his grandmother, Cyril, believed he was destined for greatness. One evening, when Caelin was 14, Cyril told him a story. "You are marked by the gods, my child, not as a blessing, but as a test. The mark you bear is from the time before time, when Akrontha was ruled by the worm queen Virelia, and the sky cracked open with war." Caelin, eyes wide, asked, "Why me?" "Because," she whispered, "the curse returns through blood, and you are its last echo." On the night of his 16th year, Caelin dreamed of fire raining from the sky. He stood before a giant tree, its roots bleeding golden sap, and at its base a woman with burning eyes whispered, "Come, Caelin, of the mark, Akrontha withers, you must choose." He awoke with a start, his chest searing with heat. Outside, lightning struck without clouds, and the earth trembled. The mark on his chest shimmered like molten metal. The next morning, Cyril gave him an amulet, a golden talon wrapped in vines. "This belonged to your mother. She died protecting the path to Ilarion. You must finish what she could not." Thus began Caelin's journey, a reluctant quest to find the celestial tree, and with it the truth of his cursed blood. On his path, Caelin encountered others drawn by fate. Myra, a fire dancer from the desert city of Talra, who could summon flame from her breath. Jorik, a half-giant exile whose strength was matched only by his kindness, and Vin, a shadow priest who claimed to hear the tree's whispers. Each of them had a dream. Each of them saw Caelin in visions. Myra, during one campfire night, asked him, "Do you even believe in destiny?" Caelin, staring into the flames, replied, "I don't believe in destiny. I believe in choice, and I choose to find answers." The companions journeyed to the Temple of Aedra, a ruin swallowed by the jungle. It was said the temple once guarded the path to Ilarion, but now only silence remained. Inside, they encountered the Watcher, an ancient spirit bound to stone, neither god nor ghost. "You seek the celestial tree," it rumbled, "but you carry the blood of ruin. The curse of Virelia runs through your veins." Caelin stepped forward. "Then tell me how to break it." The Watcher raised a skeletal hand, revealing a vision. Virelia, once a goddess of light, had consumed the fruit of Ilarion to save her dying race.
but it twisted her, turned her into the Worm Queen, and birthed the great fire that nearly ended the world. The curse was not a punishment, it was a debt, one only Caolan could pay. To break the curse, you must enter Ilarion, and choose, consume the fruit, and risk becoming what she became, or destroy it, and end the bloodline forever. As they neared Ilarion, the group was ambushed by the Order of Silence, robed zealots who believed the tree must never be found again. In the chaos, Vin betrayed them. He was never a priest. He was a son of the Order, sent to watch Caolan. But guilt haunted him, and in the end, he let them escape. Mortally wounded, he told Caolan, "Don't trust the tree. Even gods fall when they taste its power." With heavy hearts, the group buried Vin beneath the ice. At last, they reached the Valley of Roots, where Ilarion towered like a mountain of light and shadow. The tree whispered. Memories, dreams, and ancient voices filled their minds. Each companion faced their greatest fear. Caolan saw himself as the Worm Queen, fire erupting from his hands, ash beneath his feet, his friends screaming as he burned them away. A voice, old and tender, echoed, "You are not cursed, child. You are a choice, one the world has long waited for." At the base of the tree, a golden fruit hung low, pulsing with life. Time slowed. Myra and Jorik stood back. Caolan stepped forward. He held the fruit. One bite could cure famine, end war, heal the broken, but it could also consume him. Power was never gentle. He thought of Seron, of his mother, of Vin, of the people who feared him, and the ones who believed. Caolan raised the fruit, and then turned. "I won't eat it, but I won't destroy it either." Instead, he planted it deeper, feeding it with his blood. Let the world grow, not because of power, but because of choice. Ilarion pulsed, the curse faded from his chest, light spread across Akrontha. The tree's golden roots stretched into the world again, not as a weapon, but as a guardian. Years passed. Caolan became a wanderer, a storyteller, never claiming power, never seeking fame. Myra became a queen, Jorik a teacher of peace, and the tree, it stood, waiting for the next soul brave enough to face themselves. In the end, the curse was never the mark. It was the fear of what one might become. Caolan taught the world that fate is not written in stone, but in the choices we make. Moral of the story: true strength lies not in power, but in resisting the temptation to misuse it. The greatest curse is the belief that we cannot change our destiny.